Hi guys, welcome back to Creating with Mimi. Today's video is all about fabulous, glamosity, and just being fabulous. I'm going to show you how we took this project from this to this, and I can't wait to get started. Let's go. Starting off, one of the first problems or potential problems that there could have been is the client wanted to incorporate some of their existing furniture pieces into this new landscape of design. But when I took a look at those particular furniture pieces, we had a curved tufted sofa with silk fabric. At the very minimum, I was willing to reupholster the pieces, but then I thought about it and I was like, we're gonna have to scratch those pieces. So from the very beginning of choosing the flooring, I love this luxury vinyl flooring, guys. I've shown you this before in a few different projects. It actually looks like hardwood floor. You cannot tell the difference between the two when it's down. Even me as a designer looking at it, I really would have to look closely just to double check and make sure of what type of material that I'm working with. So after choosing the flooring, the color of the flooring, and making sure that we're picking things that are timeless pieces. The client wanted to go with a gray flooring, but you know, at the time when we started this, I knew that the gray floor was not going to work, and that gray is a color that is trendy, and we're moving away from the gray and we're moving back into some of the warm brown tones. I shared that video with you guys with the paint colors for 2021, and so we decided to go with a brown warm tone floor, and the client decided to agree to that particular color, and I explained the reasonings being it's because the floor is the largest part of a design in terms of cost wise. It is graphic in terms of footage, but also in terms of cost. So you can't make a mistake with the floors, or you don't want to make mistakes with the floors because they're very costly to replace. So finally she agreed, and we decided on this warm brown tone floor, and I absolutely love it. Next, guys, with this particular design, the client kept telling me and showing me different pictures of how wow of a factor she wanted that room to be. So I said, well, explain to me what is wow. She goes, when I walk into this room, I want to say wow. And I think we hit that mark. I started with the walls as well and decided to take that butter tone taupey brown color off the walls, and I wanted to brighten everything up because I knew I would be working with gold, black, and bringing in oranges and blues, and those were the colors that the client loved as well. Decided to go with this black and gold wallpaper. I absolutely love it. It has a diamond pattern inside of the wallpaper. The majority of the paper is black, and it just has the right amount of gold. It is exquisite. Absolutely love this particular wallpaper. The client wasn't too sure, but I said, trust me on this and you're gonna love it as well. So the Chesterfield sofa that you see in front of the wallpaper, that particular sofa was originally bought for the family room. But I was like, as the design continued to develop, I was like, oh no, I've got to move that sofa into the living room because the vision became very clear at that point. I talked about a Chesterfield sofa, absolutely love it, guys. Let me tell you why. It has a tufting effect to it. It has a low back, but it's not too low. You can sit on this sofa for hours and still be completely comfortable. So we put this Chesterfield sofa in, and guys, it just came together. Now I'm placing this large gold 60-inch Rachel Roy mirror on the back, on top of that wallpaper, and it is perfect. It is a large piece. It has a little bit of the gold, and absolutely love it. And back of this sofa, it just sets the tone. So what I'm doing is I decided to set a stage, okay? It's a production stage for what it is this particular client wanted, and I think everything is coming together just awesome. Since we're working with a variety of colors, and one of the colors the client did want to implement some of the gray, I was trying to move away from the gray, but I see we couldn't do that. So we couldn't actually do that because she wanted to incorporate some part of the gray. So I chose this rug, and the rug is gray, gold, and white. And actually the client had purchased two other rugs as well, and they had too much gray in there, and I says, no, this is the rug that we're going to use. Once again, trust me. Hey guys, if you're a designer, if you want to be a designer, get used to saying trust me a lot. It's a lot of hand holding, and clients have to get into the practice of trusting you and in your decision making. So yeah, I asked the client to trust me, and she did, and I'm so happy that she did, because this is the perfect rug. I knew that I was going to sit a table on top of this rug, and yes, I decided to mix the gold, the chrome together, but it was the perfect size. The Chesterfield sofa is a 9-foot sofa, and I needed a sizable table to sit in front of there. And this particular table has so many different layers. It is contemporary, it has the chrome straight edges, and then it has a box effect. I did manage to incorporate some of the client's existing furniture pieces that we could utilize in this project, but I knew that I was either going to paint them out, and I've shown you guys videos of me painting furniture, giving it a fresh look. So what you see now are the end tables that are gold, and they already belong to the client with the glass tabletop. But do you see these lamps? Do you see the gold lamps with the black round shade? This is a sizable lamp. It's about 31 inches in height, and it's just perfect. It matches everything in terms of the gold. It elevates the space. I simply love these lamps. This console table sitting in between these two dynamic black and white chairs is to die for. But guess what? It belonged to the client previously as well. So I've taken the table outside, and I decided to give it a fresh coat of gold paint. I will place a picture of the different paint that I used. Actually, it's by Design. I think it's Design brand, but I'll leave it in the description box so that you guys can pick up some of the paint as well. To me, it just freshened up this table, and it didn't just freshen it up, it gave it a completely different look. It gave it that wow glam factor in adding the gold, and knowing that I'm mixing the metals with the gold and the chrome table, it is amazing. Then I decided to picture window these two chairs. I'm going to show you the before of the chairs. They are brand new chairs, but the chair had a basic beige fabric. And so this is a good technique, and I often do this a lot. We took the chairs and had the chairs upholstered in this wow fabric, okay? You've seen this fabric before because it's in the patio video the patio makeover video that we did earlier. So if you want to take a look at that video, you can do that. I'll link it in the description box as well. But back to this geo pattern, black and white, and it has a hint of gray in terms of the pattern. Absolutely love this, to the point where I said these are king queen chairs. They needed a wow factor, and this fabric was it. So these two chairs were reupholstered, and I'm placing them side by side on this existing console table. So don't throw away your furniture, guys. Always think of reutilizing the furniture pieces that you currently have. By now, you could probably say that one of my signature things are oversized, large floral vases and plants, and they are all faux with some type of organic real element in there, and this is no different. So we've taken the console table, and I've placed this white large vase with the branches inside of it, and just an organic look, and bringing in the green, and it just makes the space look a little earthy. So it's not too, do you know how sometimes when you see images or pictures and the glam is so over the top, you don't want to go into the room? But I wanted the room to be down to earth and inviting, so I brought in some faux greenery and placed that on top of the console table, and it is amazing. So obviously I'm going to say amazing in this video a lot, but every little detail comes together, and it gives this room the wow factor. Continuing on with this lighting, guys, lighting is so important in every single design concept, and it's one of the things that most times we put together at the end of a project, but it's something that should be considered. So in this particular living room, I did consider the lighting, and I decided to place 3 chandeliers because, again, we're going for that glam factor in this ceiling. And if you look closely, you have 3 chandeliers. 1 of them are chrome and 2 of them are gold. And the spunk neck design in the chandelier, it's just awesome, guys. I love the way the light glistens down into the room. When you have a low light on, you will see it in the ceiling as well. It simply is gorgeous. And I've used this particular light fixture for other clients, and each and every client, they love the outcome. Irregardless of how I place it together, they absolutely love the design concept. Most design concepts or rooms will place 1 large light fixture in. If you are going to place a chandelier in a living area or seating area, it's usually 1. I decided to go with 3 because I wanted it to be a definite wow factor. But what made that particular design work is the scale of the lights. So I've got 3, and they're a medium size of a light, maybe 30 inches each. And placing the 3 together, it gives it a super large diameter, and then some of them are off-centered. So that's the reason why the 3 actually works in this space. In today's concepts or design concept, drapery is something that you'd have to either keep it soft, light, and billowy so that it doesn't look too stuffy. So in this particular project, I decided to go with the white panel drapery, and this panel is a soft, almost a sheer fabric, but it does have a motif. It does have a texture onto it, and I absolutely love it. On the front window, I decided to break up the white, keeping texture, adding more texture to the space, and I had a white on top and then the black down below because black is one of our main colors. So it's not just an accent color, it is one of the main colors that we're utilizing for this room. So that little small detail of adding the black panel, the lower block panel on the drapery was absolutely divine, and it just worked out perfect. Since this is a large rectangular living space, I decided to have multiple seating areas, and we've talked about the main seating area with the sofa. We've added 2 ottomans there. In the future, I think I'm gonna have a bench instead of the 2 ottomans, but haven't decided to change that as of yet. But behind this area is 2 additional seats, guys, and these chairs were picked up at Home Goods. It's a Home Good find, and they were reupholstered into this white fabric, which is kind of like a tone on tone. The fabric does have a small print on there, but it's still light in color. So place that against the stair wall, and then added this amazing piece of wall art, which is black, orange, and it has gray, it has white. Absolutely love this. This was another great Home Goods find, and for me it's a great find because most of my wall art pieces are custom pieces. So if I go into a Home Goods and I see something as dynamic as this, I pick it up irregardless of where I'm going to use it or what job I'm going to use it in. Adding this gold wall art over the black and white chair was just perfect. I couldn't think of anything else that would have been better. I think a print would have distracted away from the print that's on the chair. So I didn't want another print, but just having wall art in itself that's not a print. And since we're working with the gold, the circles in the gold, it speaks texture. It doesn't make it boring, and it just completes that whole wall space. So you've got the 2 chairs on each end, the gold wall art on top, the panels, the black and white, and you have an organic plant in the center. Perfection. To round off this space, guys, and just top it off, decided to add a punch of color. Now, just talking about a punch of color, you'd be like, okay, when I told the client, I'm thinking about putting orange in there. By now, I didn't have to say, trust me again. She was just, whatever I wanted to do, she went with it. So the punch of color that I'm gonna use for this space is orange. Love, love, love what it does. Now you think about it, you've got the black, you've got the gray, you've got the white, and now I'm throwing in orange, we've got gold. If I just put all of these colors down on a piece of paper, you're gonna be like, what? But when you take a look at this room, guys, and how all of this came together, and the orange was the perfect touch to this particular room. It's like the cherry on top. It just adds everything together, and the orange kind of like plays off of the gold a little bit. I can pick up on the orange in the print, and this living room is totally amazing. Please enjoy. Take a look at the before and take a look at the after, guys. Absolutely love this space. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave a note or comment in the comment section below. And as usual, make every day a great day.